Honorable, you've spent years at Parliament's most heated debates and accountability fights for the time you've been in Parliament. And now that you're leaving the August House, how do you feel, or how do you personally reflect on your journey as a legislator and opposition voice?
But having reported about Parliament, I think I decided that now I would go into politics. So for the last 15 years, that's the work I have done, 24 hours. Either I am preparing for committees, preparing for debates, reading. Now I have left, because I treat Parliament as a platform to fight for freedom, to fight for the welfare, mine and for the country. But there are other multiple platforms I have been using. Media, political party. Only one platform is gone away. So you will find me at Katonga doing PFF work most of the time. But I also do personal work. I do farming in Mukono. I have now inevitably entered consultancy. I have teamed up with MPs here. We are linking up with MPs in Nigeria and other parliaments to offer training to new MPs, including old ones. I have personally benefited from training in Nigeria, being trained by MPs and Ghana. There are institutes that do training. So the 15-year experience, I want to share it with others who want to learn from my experience.
Losing an election can be both politically and deeply personal. What has this transition taught you about politics, public service, and yourself as an individual?
The truth of the matter is that I was preparing for retirement, not in this election, but I thought sometime I need to, because my home in Mukono has been there for many years now. I went there when land was still being sold in acres. Now it is in food. So I was preparing that one day I will retire. The retirement came a bit early. So I had thought maybe in the future. So that transition from a member of parliament to other life is what I am starting. Because this parliament officially ends on 24th. That's when the instrument of dissolution will be signed. But I have started transiting. If you look around, I have removed all my property from parliament. I have set up an office here, bigger than initially one, because I had to share many offices. So I will be here to do a PFF work. I will go to Mukono for farming. I also do consultancy, go to where I am needed. And I think that's a lot of work. Hope I'll find time for all of it.
Interesting. Throughout your tenure, you built a reputation as one of the most outspoken members of parliament of government excesses, especially from the opposition side. Do you feel that your absence in parliament leaves a gap in opposition politics, or do you believe that this new generation of opposition politicians who have made it to the August House is ready to take on this role?
We learn from others. There are people, including NRM, that I have met, and they said they wanted to join the parliament so they can debate with the Ssemujju. They will now find other people. You learn. Even me, I learn. I used the time I was at parliament to run parliament as a journalist. So when I joined, I had I had accumulated some experience running from the time I was there. So some of the people coming to parliament are actually not new. The Honorable Paul Mwiru was in parliament, very good MP. I am happy he's back. The Honorable Gerard Karohanga is not a new MP. He served 2 terms and left. If you look at the NRM side, Crispus Chionga was an MP doctor. He's returning. Professor Kamund and so many others. So there is still experience in parliament. I am only sympathetic that they are going to serve in a completely different environment. I have told you at the beginning, if you go to the Hansard 6th parliament, debate both by NRM and opposition, followed by voting. The subsequent parliament, starting with a little bit of 9th, but more especially 9th, 10th, it is now voting. Now voting has even changed. Now the speaker votes. So they are going to join a parliament that has changed. It is entirely their business to fight to ensure that they recover the Because if you read the Constitution, Parliament is very powerful, with a lot of power. That power has been taken by the executive. The new MPs have gotten to fight for their space, because their space continues to shrink every day, and the president continues to determine how Parliament works, how, when. If they are not careful, they are likely to be rendered irrelevant.
What unfinished business or legacy would you want Ugandans to remember you for?
The time I have spent in Parliament, because if you are an MP, your duty is to look for information and process it and make sure people have understood. And I think I meet many people who are very happy with my presentations in Parliament. So that work remains. I think people who were in Parliament before me fought for peaceful transition. If you remember the path for the Honorable Zindanas, Kazora, Musumba, and others, General Muntu, they are still fighting. I came here, by the people don't know, and I told Dr. Vesji I wanted to retire. I didn't want to participate in the last elections. But Vesji told me, wherever you go, Museveni will find you there. So don't think that retirement is a cover. Said until the country is free, you cannot afford to go and engage in any other thing other than fighting to ensure that Uganda is free. So I am still resolved. I don't know how long it will take. I hope it takes a shorter period. But my fight to ensure that we have a peaceful transfer of power, and I will continue making a contribution through PFF and through other platforms. So that assignment that I gave myself, I will continue. So if the media ever wants me to return to the media, it will be after this assignment is accomplished.
Thank you so much for sparing time and speaking to NTV. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.